Hey Robin, so this one's going to be the second part of the philosophy series, and this one is Benji's video, so I am not going to waste any more of your time, and be prepared, because philosophy is coming your way. And now, without further ado, welcome to Victory Ville.
YOLO, from the phrase "you only live once," is the base for the philosophy of living without regret. In particular, the regret of not having done something, usually out of fear for the consequences. According to YOLO, since this is our only chance to go through life, then you'd better make the most out of it. You should enjoy every moment, take risks, and not worry about the future at all times. Your life is now, so you should live it before it's over. The base idea of YOLO may sound nice. Not worrying, living without fear for regret, and being bold. However, the reality is that when this phrase is used, it is the perfect excuse to make reckless decisions, without thinking about the consequences. This is why YOLO is often said before doing something dangerous, taking an immoral decision, or plain being negligent. Ironically, this creates a paradox. Those who try to live without regret end up regretting not what they didn't get to do, but that which they actually did. Like I said, this is just one interpretation of YOLO. The most popular, and the one that is used by those who look for a reason to live carefree. However, the idea that one must make the most out of the present day because we only live once may be also understood from a more responsible perspective. That is, that this is our only chance to make things right. Then it is important that our actions help us live the present in such a way that tomorrow we won't regret not having seized our time. Which leads me to the second phrase. Just like the responsible interpretation of YOLO, the Latin phrase carpe diem, taken from the first book of Horatius' Odes, translated to seize the day, gives the idea that what's important is to focus on the now. Many times this phrase is taken in a similar way to the popular interpretation of YOLO. What's important is today, and tomorrow can wait. Once again, this phrase can then be applied with a responsible mentality or with a reckless one. Unlike YOLO, however, which encompasses the entire phrase that it comes from, carpe diem comes from a text, and the complete phrase is carpe diem quam minimum credula postero, which is translated to seize the day, put little trust in tomorrow. That second part of the sentence doesn't mean that the future isn't important and should be ignored. On the contrary, it means that the future is uncertain, it's not carved in stone, and it should not be left to chance that things will simply fall into place. Thus, here is the main difference between both phrases. YOLO, or its popular interpretation at least, states that the future shouldn't be important for the decisions that we take today. For carpe diem, on the other hand, focusing on the now is important because the tomorrow depends on it. I still don't believe them to be completely different and independent concepts. The way both can be related is thinking of YOLO like a motivation to act without constant fear, knowing that this is our only chance to make things right, rather than as an excuse to be reckless. We should take risks, be bold, and remember that this is our chance, like YOLO says, but that doesn't mean we should ignore the future. If one decides something that one might regret, it is important to seize that moment and learn from it to make the future better, like carpe diem states. The way I would join both philosophies is by considering a third phrase, amor fati, or the love of one's fate. Amor fati is essentially the attitude of seeing everything that happens in one's life as something positive, as part of the process through which fate reaches its final goal. This fate isn't a pre-established path that every man should walk, but a fate that we build with every decision we make within our own boundaries, imposed by the culture, the family, the society that we were born in, that chance set up for us. It is about accepting not only our victories, but also our defeats as something good and beautiful, as the former cannot exist without the latter, or vice versa, and they are all fruitful and good for us.
And that was it, Robin. Thank you, Benji. See you whenever I see you. Bye.